All right, within this video here, I'm going to go through pillar number 7, which is elevating the brand's appeal. Now, there is a misconception out there at the moment, which before I could even create content, I need to have the world's best camera. I need to have a Canon or a Sony. I need to have a full, full lens, everything. But actually, this will suffice. If anything, the iPhone's the camera or the Samsung's camera these days is as good, if not better, when it comes to not only just creating content, not only putting content out there, but as well just having the quality that people can expect. Now, as these cameras get better, yes, on the platforms, the content tends to become a lot better, just in general. So rather than having to spend thousands of dollars on an actual camera just so you can use it out on site, which then you'll probably leave in the bag or leave in your office simply because you don't have the time to set it up and use it. The beauty of having our phones is that we can create the content. Now, the previous pillar spoke more into that, whereas this time there is a specific role when it comes to creating professional content that's going to help not only generate sales, not only create a lot more trust and credibility in this space, but also tell the story and narrate, what it's exactly like for a fully complete bathroom renovation, kitchen renovation, or whatever your business actually entails. There is definitely a role for these professional individuals. So in this video, I'm going to go through exactly that and just showcase from a home improvement perspective how these content creators or how these professionals can really elevate and showcase what a phenomenal work or a phenomenal project you have finished. So let's go through this. Let's go actually, what is the importance of this individual and how that actually helps elevate your presence online? Now, when you create visually grabbing content, not only does it grab the attention of that potential lead or the audience or the community or just people who are looking at your content, but it makes it memorable, not only from your perspective, but as well the client's perspective. So if you just finished off a phenomenal bathroom renovation and their content is showing on your page, not only will they feel proud about it, but they'll also feel a bit of, or at least have a sense of, hey, they're actually branding my stuff, they're branding my bathroom, and you tend to get quite proud around it. Also, when it comes to building credibility online, having these professional shots done in a right manner can really help not only showcase the quality of the work, but the professionalism that you do as well. And last but not least, whilst I do speak about having things authentic and having it as personable and as easy to create as possible, when it comes to marketing and advertising, from let's just say a traditional point of view, if you're creating brochures or creating just general, paper-based content, then yeah, makes complete sense. Also, you can leverage that on social media as well. So whether it be before and after photos for a specific job that you want to highlight that is generally static, that there's also another value add when it comes to having and leveraging these people. Now, the reasons why we ask you, or at least have the notion to collaborate with these photographers and videographers, is that if you're continuously creating content on the project and it's a healthy amount of work coming through, you can have that individual do the entire thing. And because they've worked with you a number of times, they get and they understand the way that you want it to be presented for your brand. And again, if you can actually help other people gain or at least have a lot more work in the pipeline because of you, then, everyone wins. So when you find the right professional, look at what they've done in the past. Look at how they leverage the architecture and the interior of the project or of the work. Also, have a look at their portfolio as well. Make sure that their style aligns with your brand or the way that you would like to see your client's work showcased in a specific light. Now, again, everyone has their flavor in doing content and creating content. However, find one that actually resonates with you and the directive in where you want to go. Now, when you plan for the shoots, the best way to do this is to actually make sure that these projects are in good lighting. Now, they either can bring some artificial light or they can leverage the light that we have, natural lights. And having these people here avoids having you to even think about that. They know exactly what they're doing. They're the experts in this space. You leverage on their skill set. Now, also getting the most out of your investment. Now, when you discuss the way that you want the image to be portrayed online, or at least portrayed in the content, you also discuss about how this would look to the existing audience. So you don't want, let's just say, an e-commerce product vibe within a photo shoot for a bathroom renovation, or you wouldn't want a salon type expert to come through to showcase the home that you've been able to build. So again, making sure that the individual is the best in what they do in the vertical that they look after. And also when it comes to, again, we're using home renovation here as an example, but when it comes to capturing the best, or at least the most appealing way of the project, we find that wide shots, wide angle lenses work. We also find that the detailed shots up close too helps. And again, we spoke about before and after comparisons, that there showcases the journey from where it was beforehand to where it is now. Now, looking at where this content can be displayed and distributed, as I said beforehand, traditional forms of media, so brochures, newsletters, and magazines, you can have that content utilized in there, but also online, social media, website, email marketing. There are many ways that you can leverage the content that is created by these professionals, and it's also a good way for you to understand that when it comes to leveraging this work, you find the right avenues to portray it and put it in there, and then go from there. All right, now let's have a look at the best practices when it comes to creating content. Now, with these professionals, yes, you're going to have to invest in them, but if they can tick off these boxes when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to articulating from a visual perspective where things were beforehand, where things are now, and the gap that was bridged between it, i.e. being yourself as the business, then that can really make it compelling enough for people to go, you know what, I may even want that. Let me speak to Michael, or let me speak to Wes or Raymond about what they're able to do. And then that's when the conversation starts to fall through. Now, we spoke about systems that can help encompass that and then further develop that relationship and further nurture that lead. But again, storytelling is key, especially when it comes to these visually appealing projects that you guys do. Consistency, we spoke about this in one of the pillars where we spoke on posting consistently, getting your message out there and building that rapport with the business, but with the community out there. And then last but not least, getting the client involved. Why it's so important to have them come through and say, well, whilst the professional has their ideas, speaking from a client's perspective, they can really feel the essence or the love about the new project. And when you've got them in a situation where they're like, you know what, whilst we're all focused on this vanity sink as an example, what I really like about this is perhaps maybe some of the detail or some of the nuance on maybe the tiling or the smaller aspects of the job that they've picked up. So again, there is so many ways that we can best leverage these individuals, but just having, again, best practices of storytelling, the consistency, and as well getting the clients involved and getting their feedback can really help for creating such a masterpiece when it comes to, again, leveraging these professionals. And then also measuring the impact as well. While it's all good and well to have these professional videos and having it or images, having it at a certain configuration, it's always good to see how is it responding to the market. Is the social media presence that we're seeing, is it yielding the results that we want? Are we seeing people staying maybe a little bit more engaged on that post, or is it a lot lower? So if it is, then you can have that conversation with that professional who can then provide further ideas, or you might even have some of your ideas as well. It's always good, as I said, to make it, or at least have us feel it, that it's actually something that we think is going to work, but always comes down to the market. The market will dictate how good or how maybe not good it is when it comes to creating the content. So leverage the analytics when you can. So just to wind everything together, again, this one's going to be a lot more shorter than the other ones, but investing in a professional content creator is a strategic move for any business. In this instance, home improvement. And we can elevate the brand and attract potential clients based on the professionalism and as well the storytelling and the narrative that is built within either the imagery or the video. Now, when you collaborate with these photographers or videographers, and if they are the best at what they do in your space, then you can showcase the quality of the project. You can showcase the professionalism of yourself, but also highlight that the client is a very, very happy camper when it comes to showcasing their their pride and joy. And then just remember, not only does this work on social media, where it can be leveraged on multiple platforms in multiple ways, articulating the message, but it also can be used on a traditional form of marketing. So brochures, newsletters, magazines, even billboards as well. So having these individuals is, whilst it is an investment, it is also something that completely amplifies the brand to no ends.